Have you ever wondered how Austria transformed from Habsburg splendor to Alpine democracy? Our journey begins with the rise of the Habsburg dynasty, a family synonymous with Austria's history. The Habsburgs were a force to reckon with, known for their shrewd political marriages that led to their control over vast territories. The Habsburg reign saw Austria's borders extending far and wide. It was not just Austria that they ruled, but also territories as varied as the Netherlands and Spain, Bohemia, Hungary, and even parts of Poland. Their influence was indeed immense, their power unchallenged, their reach undeniably vast. But the Habsburgs' rule was not without its trials. The Turks, for instance, posed a significant threat. They made incursions into Austria, leading to conflicts and sieges that tested the mettle of the Habsburgs. One of the most significant of these conflicts was the Great Turkish War, a series of battles that saw Austria and her allies pitted against the Ottoman Empire. The result? Austria gained control over most of Hungary, a victory that further cemented the Habsburgs' power. Through it all, the Habsburgs maintained their hold, navigating the political landscape with a deftness that allowed them to both expand their territories and ward off threats. It was an era marked by territorial expansion and immense influence. But as we all know, nothing lasts forever. The Habsburgs' reign, as influential and expansive as it was not to be eternal. The winds of change were blowing, and with them, they would bring a new era for Austria. The Habsburgs' reign was an era of immense influence and territorial expansion, but it was not to last forever. As the old saying goes, what goes up must come down. The same was true for the Habsburg dynasty. Their power, which had been accumulated over centuries, began to wane in the face of new and formidable challenges. Among these was the rise of revolutionary France, a nation whose revolutionary zeal and military prowess, embodied in the figure of Napoleon Bonaparte, would prove a formidable force. Napoleon Bonaparte, an ambitious and skilled general, was not one to be underestimated. His victories over Austria were devastating, shaking the very foundation of the Habsburg dynasty. His influence was so significant that it led to the end of the Holy Roman Empire, a political entity that had existed for over a millennium. But every end signifies a new beginning. The dissolution of the Holy Roman Empire led to the birth of the Austrian Empire in 1804, marking a new chapter in Austria's history. The Habsburgs, despite their losses, managed to hold on to power, with Emperor Francis II becoming the first emperor of Austria as Francis I. The Napoleonic Wars, a series of conflicts that embroiled much of Europe, were a testing time for the newly formed Austrian Empire. However, Austria was not alone in its struggle against French dominance. It was part of the coalition of the Allied forces, which included the United Kingdom, Russia, and Prussia. This coalition played a crucial role in bringing an end to the Napoleonic Wars in 1814, marking a significant victory for Austria and its allies. This victory, however, did not mean the return of the status quo. The Habsburgs' hold on power was weakening, and the world around them was changing rapidly. The ideals of the French Revolution had spread across Europe, igniting a desire for democracy and national self-determination. These changes set the stage for the fall of the Habsburgs and the rise of a new political order in Austria. The Habsburgs' fall marked the end of an era, but it was just the beginning of Austria's journey to becoming a democratic nation. The collapse of the empire led to the establishment of the First Austrian Republic, but peace was still far from reach. The end of World War I marked a new chapter for Austria, one filled with uncertainty and change. As the dust of the war settled, the First Austrian Republic emerged from the ashes of the fallen empire. A fledgling democracy, the Republic was tasked with navigating the turbulent waters of post-war Europe. The interwar period was a challenging time for the young Republic. Economic hardships, political instability, and social unrest were widespread, creating a fertile ground for radical ideologies to take root. This turbulent time saw the rise of the Austro-fascist dictatorship, a regime that sought to control every aspect of Austrian life, from politics to culture. As the world around them was still reeling from the effects of the Great War, Austrians found themselves under the rule of a government that sought to suppress dissent, stifle freedom, and exert control over the populace. Despite the oppressive nature of the Austro-fascist regime, it's important to note that this era was also marked by significant changes in Austrian society. The interwar period saw the rise of a vibrant culture, with Vienna emerging as a hub of intellectual and creative activity. Art, literature, and music flourished, with Austrian artists and thinkers contributing to the cultural fabric of Europe. This period also saw the rise of new social movements and the expansion of civil liberties, which laid the groundwork for the democratic Austria we know today. But, as with any period of history, the interwar years in Austria were not without their dark moments. The oppressive tactics of the Austro-fascist regime, coupled with the economic hardships of the time, led to widespread unrest and dissatisfaction. As the storm clouds of World War II began to gather over Europe, Austria found itself at a crossroads, caught between the past and an uncertain future. The interwar period was a tumultuous time for Austria, but it was also a period of great change and transformation. Despite the challenges and hardships, the First Austrian Republic laid the foundation for modern Austria, a nation that would emerge from the shadow of war to become a beacon of democracy and human rights in the heart of Europe. In 1938, Austria was annexed into Nazi Germany, but this was not the end of Austria's story. This moment marked a significant shift in the nation's history, as it transitioned from an independent country to a subnational division of Nazi Germany. The annexation, known as the Anschluss, was more than a political merger. It was a forced integration that brought about a tragic chapter in Austrian history. During this period, Austria ceased to exist as a sovereign entity. Its government, economy, and society were absorbed into Nazi Germany, and its people were subjected to the same oppressive policies and brutalities that were rampant throughout the Third Reich. The nation's identity was suppressed, its cultural heritage marginalized, and its people made to endure the harsh realities of life under Nazi rule. But as the Second World War drew to a close, Austria began to regain its footing on the world stage. With the defeat of Nazi Germany, Austria was once again recognized as an independent nation. This post-war period was a time of reflection and transformation, as the country grappled with its recent past and looked towards building a better future. In 1955, Austria declared its permanent neutrality, pledging to abstain from all forms of aggressive conflict. This declaration was a significant step towards re-establishing Austria's international standing and served as a commitment to peace and stability. The Austrian State Treaty, which ended the four-power occupation of Austria by the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union, further cemented the nation's sovereignty. In the years that followed, Austria made strides towards fostering a democratic society, focusing on social welfare, economic stability, and cultural preservation. The nation strived to learn from its past, using it as a foundation to build a more inclusive, peaceful, and prosperous future. Despite the dark times, Austria emerged from the war with a renewed sense of identity and a commitment to peace and neutrality. This resilience is a testament to the strength of the Austrian people and their determination to reclaim their country's place in the world. The story of Austria serves as a powerful reminder of the indomitable human spirit and the enduring power of hope and resilience. After the war, Austria transformed into a democratic nation, a far cry from its Habsburg beginnings. The shift in political structure was not a mere adjustment, but a complete overhaul. From the ashes of war, Austria arose as a parliamentary representative democracy, a system where the power is vested in the hands of the people who elect their representatives. The head of this modern Austrian state is a popularly elected president, a figurehead who embodies the unity and identity of the nation. But the wheels of the government are turned by the chancellor, the head of government. This duo, along with a robust parliamentary structure, forms the backbone of Austria's democratic machinery. Yet, this transformation was not an overnight phenomenon. It was the outcome of years of struggle, negotiation, and commitment to democratic values. The journey saw Austria redefine its identity, shrug off the vestiges of its imperial past, and embrace a future of equality, representation, and rule of law. Austria's transformation into a democratic nation wasn't just about changing the political landscape, it was about changing the very soul of the nation. It was about ensuring that every voice matters, every opinion counts, and every citizen has a say in the nation's destiny. Today, Austria stands tall among the world's democracies, having successfully navigated the turbulences of history and emerged stronger and more resilient. From Habsburg splendor to Alpine democracy, Austria's journey is a testament to resilience and transformation. Austria's journey from a Habsburg realm to a democratic nation is a tale of resilience, transformation, and the human spirit. From the reign of the Habsburgs, the rise of the Austrian Empire, the formation of the First Austrian Republic, its annexation into Nazi Germany, and its emergence as a democratic nation, Austria has weathered the storms of history, emerging stronger and more vibrant. This journey is a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Austrian people and their commitment to democracy and freedom. Remember to subscribe to our channel, like, and share this video for more informative content. Knowledge is power. Until next time, keep learning and exploring history.